Next so it is a healthy background for school. If you just raise it in your home, not for commercial at this point, but raise it for your home consumption. And for children, it's easy to prepare fresh from the garden. It is well liked by children, so you don't have to do any prodding. So, growing the soil in children, the home school gardens are essential sites, and they result in goodness. So, the result is mens sana in corpore sano. It means a healthy mind in a healthy body. So our scholars, we will convert them. They are very good in school, but they are weak in body. And they cannot perform well. Yeah, but in spite of, they say, you must have proper nutrition to be good. Well, the children of this poor are already good in spite of malnutrition. How much more if you make them nutritionally balanced? Thank you. Next one. So, let's garden. Mag-garden tayo. Growing vegetable or the soil. Initially for home consumption, for better nutrition, and later for livelihood. So we practice first. Start small and practice organic gardening. That is production of safe food also. So here in the PACE program, we will introduce Edamame 101, basics of edamame production in the garden. But for you, it is 101A, accelerated course, 3 minutes. Credit 1,000 health units, whatever is that. But your prerequisite course, this is course description, industriousness and perseverance, ipag at tiyaga, interest in garden work and exercise. And you must have, of course, garden plots. Not so big. You will wonder that if you have only 10 square meters, that's more than enough. Hours, it's up to you. 3 hours, no schooling, because it's up to your own time. Okay, a brief introduction. You do it fast. Okay, as I compile. Wait. So the first thing is, what is the soybean plant? It is the wilted. I just harvested the 5 o'clock yesterday. Put water and
how old is that plant? How old is that plant?
Sure, already will bearing.
How old is that plant you're holding? How old is that
20 days. Maybe more. I'll explain that later.
1 month?
2.5 months, more or less. Okay, that's the same thing. And I'll use this as a pointer also. So, children, this is the part, this is a soybean plant. And most important one important thing is the roots. You got little globules there, nodules. These are fertilizer producers, also in. So it fertilizes itself. And this one, bearing.
Ray, hi. We're both in camp. No, I love you, you know that, no? But the purpose of this forum is not just education. Our main objective is not education. It is to make things spread, usually with business. So give us 10 minutes worth of how we apply all of this. In other words, you can educate us, but we're not here for education. We're here for seeing what you have and how we can translate, usually through business, usually through cash flow. So please reserve 10 minutes because we're so excited, we will never get there. So just reserve your time. The last 10 minutes, how can we, the foundation, spread this? Because we're not here to be educated. We're here to spread. Thank you.
That's why we are 101A accelerated. So you do it fast. And just to have a flash of course content, go on as you please. There you are. Yeah. That's the course that the children will take. And when they learn the basics, they will love it. They are very curious. They will know how to grow it, and they will produce. Now we go to the cooking. Also very easy. And well, this is the detail of the cooking. But what it says is just boil water. When it is boiling, you put the edamame. Wait for 5 minutes. Make it boil again for 5 minutes, and you are done. Done. Next. And then the alternative method is this. Just what it says, edamame. Okay, next. Selling edamame. Well, edamame is sold in pods like this. And in Lipa, it is done by the volume. Okay, next. Edamame startup. Okay. How can we have this started up at home? You plant seeds. And let's say you start with 50 seeds. Plant it 10 seeds, one row, or no, 50 seeds, 25 in one row, and 25 in the other row. There are only 15 to 16 rows, so in 50 plot linear meters, you'll have only 3 meters. You're done, the garden. Next. Then you will produce that one row for your consumption, and the next row for seed. Okay? And then, in the end of 80 days, the maturation period, you will have 8 rows. Every 10 days, you sow 10, and that's the cycle. So you will have an 8 by 3 by 8 gardens to grow there. But if you want more, okay. The problem is where to get the seed. Okay? Then, next, planting the seeds, start up, timing, June to December, January to February. Don't plant during the dry season, the hot season, because you will be very low. Next. So there it is, rundown, yes. Spacing is 15 to 18 seeds per linear meter. Okay? And 25 to 50 between rows. That's all you have to know. Okay, next. There it is, planting depth, and so on. Next. Go on. These are different stages of edamame, even between asparagus. Go. Revenue. Okay, let's go to asparagus.
That's what we want.
Back.
Slowly. Go back again.
This one. Okay. Well, this is not a sophisticated financial analysis. This is the analysis of a vendor. If I buy this much, or for this, I sell this much, I get income. That's the analysis. So if you want it to be sophisticated, we have the analyst here, this CPA that. So maybe you could prepare a forehead per lot, 30,000 pesos. That's more than enough, especially upland. For a lowland, maybe it's 45, but less than 30,000, I suppose, if you mechanize it. If you harvest 6 to 9 tons.
Excuse me, and other expenses, that includes fertilizer and irrigation? Other expenses?
Don't buy fertilizer. It's not included in the
Not included?
Yeah. The fertilizer is, you produce your own fertilizer. Organic fertilizer, vermiculture, and so on. So
Yeah, but
that's also an expense.
You have to assume a cost to it.
Yeah.
You have to assume a cost to the fertilizer and irrigation.
Yeah, it's all in there already.
It's in there, okay.
It's all in there. Very rough estimate. You know, the farmer does not calculate by hand, but he still has that. So,
Is that includes the cost of the seedling expenses?
yeah, it will.
Includes seedling and labor.
You have to have the cost of the seedling which you produced before. That's why you don't start from zero here. You start with your garden.
Yeah.
You produce the seeds in 3 cycles, you will produce enough seeds, more than enough for you to sell some.
Can you break down the expenses for
Yeah.
us subsequently?
I-
Just Paul.
Yeah,
Okay.
Our treasurer will do that. But this is just for presentation.
Okay.
That it is a high income, high value
Okay.
business. Which should
Ray, my friend, Ray.
Yes.
We are here to change lives. To change lives, we have to know the financials. No? Now, we won't do it now. We need to do it later. Because Mr. Illusorio gave us a very beautiful framework when we started. He called it a cash flow analysis.
Yeah.
we cannot move without that cash flow analysis. So later on, we look at it. In other words, we're here to spread, no? If we don't spread, you go to a university like Ateneo, which is good at talk, no? They're also good at action. But UP Los Baños, where I'm a graduate, we want to change the farms, correct? So I'm just saying that, give us an estimate, then we'll proceed. But we will not be able to do that until we get the treasurer from PNB and the auditor from heaven, you're so beautifully from heaven, to actually do it. Huh? So we have to stay here after this. Huh? Mga 10 minutes. Gawin natin. Huh? Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. This just to get an bird's eye view of expense and income. So
I think,
with assumptions like this,
If your group can really validate 30,000, I think we'll be willing to put in 30,000 and partner with you to have a model 1 hectare.
Okay. Is that okay with you?
that is second stage.
Yeah,
First
but-
stage
but
is
we're
home
putting
garden.
our-
Home garden. That you need no.
We're putting our eggs.
You need
Okay.
not
We're putting our
compute.
money where our mouth is.
Yeah.
So
We're
30,000, if that's validated by Bidani, we're goal for 1 hectare.
Yeah, we'll come to that. In fact, that is in front of us. But right now, we are here. So,
Okay.
So here's gross sales is 250,000 at 50 pesos per kilogram. But I scanned the supermarket. From China, edamame from China is 200 pesos per package.
Okay.
So next, you will see that with those assumptions, you get a revenue of 220,000. Now, if you divide it by 2.5 months, it's 88,000 per month. Now, which farmer can produce that? Rice farmer, coconut farmer, or sugarcane farmer. So there's money in that. That's what is the intent of the presentation here. And the fringe benefits is better health. That you cannot put money value into that. A rich man in poor health would say, I would prefer to be like you, healthy, rather than have money. But the poor man says, I'd rather have money and not healthy as I have money. So there are 2 points of view there. But so is Laban. Both are equal. Next. So here,
Okay, before we go there, no, while we're at it, can we sit down together? We will give you the framework for the cash flow, no, projected cash flow with all the components. Can you please ask your people to help us fill it out to see determine the feasibility exactly? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we will have that. We will have that. And it becomes more feasible if you
Okay.
grow asparagus with it.
Okay.
Also, a high value crop. Intercrop it with asparagus. Next, please. There you are. Just go on, just to see the garden. And the last one is commercial production. Produce your own seeds. You need 80 kilograms seeds per hectare. Yes.
What is the alternative
Cyril.
instead of growing your own seeds? Is there commercial seeds available? That might be the faster way. Second question, your 50 pesos per kilo, it's only the seeds you can eat. So is that valid? Can you sell more? Because I've eaten the real edamame is very big, not this. So perhaps if you use F1, we're talking commercial, we're not talking as a hobby. Then you can do better. So may I request you to please study and present that as an alternative.
I understand that. It's been repeated. Next, our home here is home garden. So, the money part of it is not yet there, but it will lead to there when they master the production of edamame. We are not doing it instantly, like Jeff, that we want to present it on. It's not like that. He will import seeds from Taiwan at great cost, maybe $1 million pesos. But our clients are poor, so you can do that. It's by the very nature of our advocacy, they will not be able to do that. But in the future, they can. If they just produce seed, this is what I see, and sell it to the one who will produce it commercially. That is the aim, and that is the last slide.
Excuse me, the subsequent generation of seeds, that does not deteriorate in time, does it? The subsequent generation of seeds that you produce to plant,
About
does it
4 cycles.
Cycles.
If that is your aim,
Yeah.
then we will do that. Each house.
Okay, can you
That's
also
another-
please include your presentation that you rushed through to our secretariat so we can include it in the summary, okay? Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Sorry to interrupt you.
Well, that's the last slide.
Are you through?
Through.
Okay, can we have a round of applause first? Okay, then open it to questions. Let's have questions and comments. Go ahead.
Now going to give the summary of this. Masyadong mahaba, right?
Yeah.
The summary.
Oh.
The MAP, ABCD, and its partners, you'll know who you are, right? Gives a certificate of appreciation to a great man, Dr. Lantin, who is life shown service to people. And today is our guest speaker, so give this from Ramon de Losorio. Can you clap your hands, please? Shake hands, shake hands. Will you honor me by shaking? Yeah, I'm honored. I want to hold your hand. Matagal na. All right. Number 2, more important, we have here what you call a freaking genius. Not that, but a freaking genius, right? His name is Ramon de Losorio. He started the money market here. And his 3 books, I would now have the honor to give you these 3 books. Quantum mutations, mutation, look at the Google, find out what mutation means. He talks about transforming. 1,000 history, he did this himself. He should be here, 1,000. He did himself. 1,000 people, some Filipinos here. And find the different voyages in change, chance, and choice. Wow, he's a poet as well. So, Mr. Losoria's gift to you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
This will be deposited in the library of Sikap Pidani.
Okay.
We want it deposited in your hearts because in your hearts it will flower. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Meeting adjourned. See you next week. Good morning.
Oy, Ramon.